Hi paper crafters, this is Lorena, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and for this week's video tutorial I am showing you how to make this two-step scrapbook page. So let's get started. The pieces of cardstock that you're going to need are, the first one is Daffodil Delight that measures 6.5 by 8.5. Then you're going to need 2 pieces of Lucky Limeade cardstock. These guys measure 4 by 1.25, and what I did is I used my embossing folder. The one that I used was Perfect Polka Dots, and I already embossed them, so you can see that. I embossed them already. So you're going to emboss both of them. Then you're going to need a piece of Pacific Blue, and this one measures 2.5 by 3.5. The second piece is going to measure 1 inch by 3.5. Then you're going to need a piece of red cardstock that measures 2.25 by 3.25. This one's real red. Your picture is going to be 2 by 3. Then you're going to need a piece of Whisper White cardstock. This one measures 3.25 by 4.25. And then you're just going to need 2 pieces of paper. This one we're going to use for punching in the real red, and this one is for the stamping and the punching. Whisper White, any size, it's fine. So let's get started. You're going to take your cutting tool. Let me zoom out a little bit. There you go. And you're going to take your yellow Daffodil Delight, and you're going to place it on the 1.5 inch section. Okay, and then you're going to use your blade and you're going to go down to the 2.25 mark, and you're going to cut all the way down to 7.25. Okay. Then what you're going to do is you're going to flip it. You see how the card is? You're going to flip it like that. This way you're going to have the right size and it's going to be even. You again are going to place it at the 1.5 mark, and you're going to start from the 2.25 to 7.25. Okay? So now you're going to take your cardstock and you're going to place the piece of paper to the 2.25 mark, and you're going to score between the 2 cut lines. So you're going to go between the cut lines and you're going to score. Okay, then you're going to do the 5.25. Go to the 5.25. You're going to score again between the 2 cut lines. Then you're going to do 6.25. Again between the 2 cut lines. And then you're going to do the 7.25. And then you're going to place it at the 4.25. In this one, you're going to score the whole card. Okay, the whole card. So now what we're going to do is we're going to fold it in half first. You see that? Fold it in half. Use your bone folder so you get the crease lines really nicely. Okay. Then you're going to look at the big one, the big score line, the thicker one. The one right here on top, you're going to bring it down. You're going to score it going down. Okay? And this one, obviously, you're going to fold like that. The next one, it's going to go up. The next score line, again, is going to go down and then up. Okay? Let's see if you got that. So down, up, down, and up. So it's going to look like this. So there you have your step ladder, like, if you want to say it. Okay, we're going to put this aside, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the border. See the border? Make sure to get it closer. The border right here. I'm going to show you how to do that. You're going to take your piece of white cardstock. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your corner punch and you're going to punch two sides. Can you see that? Okay, you're going to punch the corners. That's one, and then that's the other. Okay. This one has a little extra. That's right, you remove that. Okay, then you're going to take your other punch here, this one, and you are going to place it on the first one. So if you can see that, right here is where you're going to match it up to the first one right here. So this one has to go here, okay? So you're going to put it in there. Can you see that? And punch. Make sure I have it proper. And there you go. See, a perfect section. Starting from the top to the bottom, it has to measure 3 3/4. Okay, so this will be your base for your picture. So we're gonna build the picture stack. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna put the red on the blue, because I already put the picture on the red. So the red on the blue, using your snail adhesive. And just make sure all the sides are even. Then you're going to glue down the blue piece to the white piece. Okay. Again, making sure all the sides are even. Try to get them as even as possible. Alright. There you go. So decorating this part. First thing we're going to do is we're going to do these guys. Just glue them down. Just leave a little gap in between everything. I want to do it this way. Okay. Before I glue this one down, I'm going to use my white gel pen, and I'm going to do doodle dots all around the red section of the card, of the frame, I mean. So you can see that, see? Looks like he's the star of the show. And this is my son Sebastian when he was, I believe, 1.5 years old. Now he's 11 years old, so it's an old picture. I wish he would still be this size. But they grow up so fast. Okay, so now let's glue this this thing down, the picture down. Okay. So basically, we're gonna make sure you put just adhesive on the bottom half of it. I just realized I put some on the top too. But since it's going to be standing, it's not going to be a big deal. So just make sure you put it from the middle down. Now, using the Blossom Bouquet triple layer punch, which is this one, I punched out 2. I added a pearl in the middle. Then I used my sponge with the Calypso Coral, dabbed it, and I edged everything all around. Give it a little color. Okay, and I placed a dimensional on both of them, 2 of them. And now let's put it in the project. I'll give it a quick section to finish. Just put it in the middle. One right there, and the other one on the other side. Okay, like that. So now the next thing I'm going to show you is how to make this right here. I already did one side. I'm going to show you the other side. Basically, you're going to stick your paper straight through. You're going to look at the punch, and it looks like it's, let me show you on the thing, 2 eyes and a nose. So you need to make sure that both the eyes and the nose are inside the cardstock, so you can actually punch that out. So go all the way to the edge, leaving a little bit of room on both sides and on the bottom, and you're gonna punch. See, just like that. So now we're gonna have your using the scallop punch, the oval scallop punch. You're gonna punch out in real red, so I already did that. You're going to put 2 pieces of dimensionals, and you're going to attach them to the Pacific blue part, just like that. Then you're going to add, using the basic pearls, a couple of pearls on the edges. This looks really nice with pearls. It just kind of like finishes up the project. So just put the pearls there on the edges, just like that. What I'm using this stamp set, the baby and the Wish Big. So I already put it here on my clear block, and I'm going to be using the Real Red to stamp this up. The ink pad, Real Red. Just grab your cardstock and then just stamp it. Alright. Then that's when you're going to take your oval punch and you're going to punch it out. Okay. Then you're going to use your sponge dauber, and you're going to sponge the edges. Then use your snail adhesive. You're going to attach this to the red scallop section. And there you go. Just like that. So now we're going to attach this to the project. Now the last thing we're going to do is we're going to add the stamp decorations. These guys right here. I used the Summer Splash stamp set. So just to save some time on the video, I already stamped them and cut them. So I did the pail and the shovel, and I cut it all the way around, and I glued the shovel right on top of the pail right there. Then I did the shell with the starfish and the sand dollar, and then the surfboard, I cut it all the way around. So I put Stampin' dimensionals already on them. So let's start with this one right here. I'm gonna just remove that and grab it, stick it right there. And then we're going to do this one next. At an angle a little bit. And then just stick the surfboard right there in the middle. Thank you so much for watching, and happy stamping. Take care, guys. Bye.